All smartphones like Android, Samsung, Galaxy, and the iPhone of the Apple have very excellent location services. So they find your location by triangulation of the three base stations which are capturing the 1 gigahertz waves from your phones. So they select the three strongest signal capture from the base stations, and then they find the overlapping area of the three base stations, and then they can locate it, your position to the resolution around the 1 to 2 meters. Remember the wavelengths of your phones are the 1 gigahertz, which is approximately 30 centimeter. So the resolution is around the few times of this wavelength. So then what we can do if we want the privacy? Well, the obvious answer from the above algorithm is to take out the SIM card. So if you take the SIM card, then your phone would not interact with the base station, and then the above algorithm of triangulation failed to work. So is a really safe method? Well, we'll argue that if there is available Wi-Fi, then through the GPS chips on the main board, your position is leaked. Now let's consider another method. Let's suppose to put the phone inside the conductor. Now you may have learned from the high school physics that the free electron in the conductor would cancel the electric field. So you may argue that if you put the phone inside the conductor, then the phone may not be visible to the location services. That is not true. The wavelength is 30 centimeter. So to really block the 1 gigahertz frequency radio wave, you need a very thick, about the 30 centimeter or the more than twice of 30 centimeter conductor to block the electromagnetic wave. So this is very similar to the half silver mirror, where the light just transmitted through the mirror. Half of the light transmitted through the mirror. The method to construct this half silver mirror is that the deposit depth of silver above the glass is very thin, approximately half of the wavelength of a visible light. Now, so what is the safest method to have a privacy? Well, the best method is airplane mode. Even though you have a SIM card and the Wi-Fi is on, at the moment of turning on the airplane mode, that both SIM card and the Wi-Fi are disconnected, so that your phone is completely disconnected. But even you have the airplane mode, you can use the Google Maps. The reason is that the GPS chips on your phone still operate. It receives the GPS signal. So even though the GPS chip do not transmit its information, location information outside, that your phone itself have the GPS position. So even though you turn off all the outside communication by the airplane mode, you can have the Google Map, and then you can have the few meter resolution location of the Google Maps. Now let's return back to the issue of the Wi-Fi. In most of the cities, like the major cities, they have the free Wi-Fi services. So whenever there is a Wi-Fi services, your phone contact, in the case of Samsung Galaxy, the Samsung and the Google, and then in the case of the iPhone, they contact the Apple, and then they transmit the both information, the GPS information and the IMEI number. The IMEI number is the unique number intrinsic to the phone, so you can detect the IMEI number by dialing the *#06#, and then you have the 15-digit IMEI number. Now, the independent number are the 14-digit, and the last digit is just the checksum. The way to compute the checksum is that in the 14 number, the odd position, you just add them, and the even position, you multiply by 2, and add them including the last position as unknown x. So that the sum of a whole 15 digit, including the 15th x, should be 0 mod 10. And then you compute this x number. So finally, if you really want the complete privacy, if you have any smartphone question or consulting, then you can contact us. Our Telegram, KakaoTalk, as well as the physical address. We are located in the Seoul, South Korea, and then you have the email address. So you can use any means of the communication, so that we have the ability we have a deep understanding of the smartphone, including the firmware as well as the software. And then we can write down the C or the C# or the Python code to satisfy your unique needs. Thank you.